I'm sitting here with this beautiful young lady. I have my mom with me today. We have some things we'd like to share with you, some things from our hearts. My father died yesterday, and so we'd like to share a little bit about that and talk about some things that we're learning and things we're going through and our vision and our excitement for the future. How about that? Coming up next on Pastor Bob's Coffee Break.
I don't hear the coffee. Okay.
Let's see, you're a little shorter than I am, aren't you?
Little,
Yeah, so we're not exactly,
but that's all right.
She's littler than me. Well, this is my mom, if you don't recognize her. I've had a few pictures of her on the website, and we do a lot of things together, Mom.
Yes, we do.
And feeding the homeless is one of them, and we're just best friends as well. And we like hanging out. And we hang out.
We do.
We hang out. So, we're filming this on Sunday night. We just got back from feeding the homeless at the bridge. And another great day with our homeless friends, Mom.
Beautiful day with them.
Yeah, it really was. My father died yesterday. And we'd like to talk a little bit about it. My mom and I kind of both feel that every time something happens in your life, it's an opportunity to be transparent and to share. And I hope that some of the things that we've gone through and we've been able to glean from this will be a help to you as well. That those of you that are going through it. Mom, I've gotten hundreds and hundreds of people wishing us well and sending their condolences. And I'm amazed at how many people say, I just lost my father, I just lost my mother, I just lost my wife, I just lost a child. There are so many people that go through this all the time, and it's difficult.
Yeah.
This also isn't new for you.
It's what?
It's not new for you,
No.
is it?
No.
So let's back up just for a minute. You were married in 1950.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the math, that's 70 years ago, and you were just a couple months short of celebrating your 70th wedding anniversary. That's a long time to be married, isn't it?
It is.
And but like you say, you were also married to your best friend.
Yes.
And that was, some people spend their lifetimes hoping that can happen.
Yeah.
And it did happen for you.
It did. We did everything together.
Yeah. You were inseparable for a long time.
Yeah.
And you worked hard together.
We did. Yes.
Tell them a little bit about the family farm, kind of a little bit about, how we grew up.
Yeah. On the farm. And then when the boys were gone, it was just Marvin and me to do the harvest.
Yeah.
He drove the combine and I drove the grain truck, and we worked together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you weren't, you tractors and trucks and farm vehicles and
Drove
you did
them
it
all.
Yes. And you both worked hard and you worked hard together.
Yes.
Some people say, Mom, that they're happy that their spouse goes to work every day and gets out of the house because they don't enjoy having them home. You never felt that way?
No, never. No.
Yeah. Well, there have been some traumatic events also for you, for all of us, but especially for you. I have a younger sister. I'm the firstborn. She's the secondborn. And when she was 7, she passed away after about a year of being pretty ill.
Yeah.
And that was 1962.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mom, 1962, was a long time ago. And that's still painful
But
for
you
you.
never forget.
No.
No.
When her birthday rolls around, it's always a hard day for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
last
But we
year.
don't want to forget either that
No.
the memories go on.
Well, yes, absolutely. Last year, well, the year before last, my other sister's husband committed suicide, and last year she took her own life as well. We've been through a lot of death in the family.
Yeah.
So the most difficult thing, I imagine, for you was that now you had Dad to go through things with, and for the last few years, he hasn't been fully with us.
No.
You
In
wanna
and
talk
out of the
about that?
hospital and the nursing home, and so I was alone a lot
Yeah,
while he was in the hospital and nursing home. So
yes,
it's not different for me sitting at home alone
yeah, because you've kind of
because
gotten
I
used
got
to it
used
now.
to it.
Yeah. Right. So I live right below them, and we both had other homes, and we kind of eventually all moved into this one together. It's been awesome. And you downsized a little bit from your last home, and I went from 4,300 square feet to 300 square feet, but it's been great.
Yes.
And right below their bedroom, and my mom tried to take care of my dad because he kept getting weaker and weaker, and you know, she tried to get him out of bed, and I'd hear a thump on the floor, and I'd go up, and they're both on the floor. They've both fallen over, and you know, it just got pretty much impossible to take care of him at home,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah.
So, as much as it was a difficult decision to put him in a care facility, it was,
It was hard. It
yeah,
was a big decision.
yeah. So, Mom, these last few years have not been easy for you.
No. But God gives you the strength to do it.
Yeah. But how much of that is God's strength, and that's most of it. But how much of it also is your commitment to each other?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. You do anything for the other person, you know, help
Yeah.
them as much as you can to keep them comfortable and
Yes.
to keep them with us.
And you never felt you never felt like you released that responsibility
Mm-mm.
up until his death yesterday.
Mm-mm. I
Yeah.
was there almost every day.
Yes. Just sitting with him, reading the scriptures to him, talking to him, showing him pictures of the family. And he's known who we are. And you know, Mom, you see this when we'd walk in the room. He would just see my mom and his eyes would light up, and he didn't really know a lot that was going on.
No.
He didn't really know where he was, and he didn't really know too many people. But he always knew when you
Yeah.
walked in the room.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and the last day that we were with him, he didn't know who we were, and he was really
Yeah.
gone. And
Yeah.
so my mom, well, she told me on our ride home that day from that facility, that she was praying that God would take him home that evening, and he did. He answered your prayer.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, yeah. We came home, and it was an interesting day for both of us. I think I usually am in bed by 7 because I get up so early, and I couldn't go to sleep, and I just kept thinking about what she had said, and I started praying accordingly too, that God would just take him in his sleep, and it would be very simple, you know, that he wouldn't have to suffer. And he's been in such great spirits the whole time. They loved him at the nursing home, loved him. They
Yes,
called him
they
a
did.
gem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was always thankful. He was always easy. He that same wonderful spirit that he's had his whole life, he had there too, even with dementia. So at 10:30, I got a call from the nursing home where we have him, saying that his breathing was getting worse, and they were administering some help to him, but they just wanted us to know that he was in distress. And so I kept praying for him, and The last time I looked at the clock was 12:30, and I just felt released and tired and went to sleep. And so I didn't hear the phone when they called me back to tell him that he had actually died at 12:30. So I just feel like we had a part in his homecoming as well, and Mom gave him permission to go home,
Yeah.
Which is an important thing for them too. So
Yeah. I left it in God's hands. I told God it was up to him if he wanted to take him home or if he wanted to leave him here longer.
yeah,
So that released any pressure off of me and any
yes,
thing that I needed, because God was in charge.
yes, absolutely. So we went to the bridge to serve the homeless today, just a day after his death, and one of the common things that people said was that they were surprised to see us.
Yeah.
And one guy said, "Shouldn't you be at home mourning?" And how do you answer that?
Nobody said that to me.
Really?
So,
Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, Dad helped to start this homeless ministry.
yeah.
We used to all three do it together. At 85 years old, he was carrying all the boxes, picking up from Trader Joe's, and you guys have always worked hard with it until his strokes, and he wasn't able to. But what about the mourning? Why aren't we staying home mourning and feeling bad? And
He wouldn't want that for us.
no,
No,
that's right.
no. And we're happy for him. I can just see that big reunion in heaven and kind of jealous that I'm not there at the reunion.
And we'll be there one of these days, won't we?
Yeah,
Yeah. But that has been our sense for both of us, hasn't it?
yeah,
That we miss him. We're sad that he's gone. I could not ask for a better father and mother.
yeah. A better husband.
Yeah,
No?
just awesome. And we miss him. But you know, Mom, I think I'll be 68 years old this year, 67 now, and I've had 67 years with him, and with you, which
Yeah.
is amazing. Most people don't get that long.
No?
So I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy that I've had his wisdom and his guidance and his spirit.
Yeah, yeah. We'll carry that with us.
We do. We carry it with us, and we're excited. You know, I've told you several times that some of these sayings that I have are directly from him. And Mom, I made this one for last month, and you've seen this one. Dream big. God is always dreaming bigger. And you recognize that one.
Yeah,
My dad probably told me this 100 times. And we're going to launch another one tomorrow. And the slogan for this next month, I'll give you a preview, is every problem has an opportunity. Another one of his.
he would say that, yeah.
Yeah, a lot. And that's how he lived. And he was creative, he was inventive, he was always coming up with new ideas. And both of us have been really lucky to have Mom in our lives, because we're both kind of loose cannons in that area. I always have these grandiose ideas, and Mom says, let's not go so fast. Which is
Slow
good.
you guys down.
And that was good for him too. But, well, what would you say about marriage? Because, you know, I've heard so many people say that they don't know any happily married people, especially people that have been married for a long time. They just kind of put up with each other and they live their lives out. You've never felt that way.
No, that's so sad to hear that, because
Yes.
never had that thought at all. You know,
Yeah.
we always work together. We work together. You know, we've
Yes.
done.
You've done everything.
Yeah,
You've built homes together.
we've remodeled lots of homes.
Yeah. You've laid floors, you've painted walls, you've done
laid carpeting. We've done it all.
As a team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a team.
Yeah. But what about love? Because some people say that love gets cold after a while, that it's impossible to love someone with any kind of intensity for a lot of years. And well, you were engaged for a while, so you guys knew each other
Yeah.
for how many years? 72 years, maybe?
Yeah,
71?
yeah.
So out of 72 years, how many years were you in love?
All of them.
Yeah.
And it got stronger as we got older.
Now, see, that's where I think people are going to have a little trouble understanding. It gets stronger as you get older. Why is that?
I don't know.
You think it's because of commitment? Because
that's a big part of it, yes. But you grow old together, you know.
yeah, yeah. And how about the spiritual aspect also of the
That
relationship?
has to be included.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, God's in the center.
Yes. So, Mom,
Yeah.
you guys didn't go to bed at night without doing your devotions
No,
and
every
prayer
night we
and
did our devotions.
every night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think that was a pretty important part of the relationship?
Very important.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, just in closing, what kind of advice would you give to people who are struggling with relationships, who are afraid of love because they don't see good examples around them of marriage in general? It's a big question, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I don't have all the answers.
Yeah. But you have yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just you have to learn how to live together
Mhm.
and do things together. Be good friends.
Yeah.
You hear of couples, well, they can't work together because they don't get along. That's sad to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Because if you can't work with your partner,
Yeah.
that's sad.
Now, is the reason that you're able to work together so well because you're both perfect and you had it all together and there weren't any problems?
Oh, no.
Because you see, sometimes that's how people think, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, he's so imperfect, you don't know all of his faults. We could sit here and you could probably make a long list of Dad's faults.
Yeah, you can make them of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why didn't that
But you
make a
don't.
difference?
But you don't hold the other one accountable. Doing it together.
Good. You realize who the other person is and you give them the grace to
Yeah.
be who they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. So we are, we're at the beginning of life without him, and he's been in, like I said, in a nursing home care for a while, and in hospice just the last few days,
5
really.
days, yeah.
Yeah, he went very quickly, which we're thankful for. But and now life goes on,
Yes.
and his legacy goes on. You have 11 grandchildren and
11 great grandchildren.
11 great-grandchildren and more on the way. Yeah. The legacy keeps growing. But his legacy, the people that loved him, just reading through all the comments that people are sending about their times with them and how it was really life-changing for them too,
Yeah.
which it has been for us. You know, Mom, I always tell people that still to this day, he is honestly the wisest man that I've met.
Yeah.
And
He was.
Yeah, very.
Very wise, very spiritual.
Yes.
Never heard a bad word out of his mouth.
No.
Never.
And then when you talk about the Lord with him,
Yeah.
remember what happened?
He gets a tear in his
He
eye.
starts crying every time. It's teary-eyed, very emotional about it. And his faith was very deep and very vibrant. And you guys met in Bible school.
Yeah.
And you're from your dad is a preacher. You were
Correct.
raised in a Christian
We
home,
both
both of
have
you.
Christian backgrounds. so-
Yes. Big deal, wasn't it?
Yes.
Good start. Yeah. So,
Yes.
would you say that life has been simple? It's been easy?
No, it hasn't been easy.
Yeah. And
But
a lot of people blame finances for
Oh.
divorce and difficulties.
You work through that together.
Yeah. Have you had difficulties with finances?
Oh, yes. Several times.
Yeah.
But we always got through. We learned how to cut back and learn how to live with what we had.
Yes. Live within your means.
Yes.
But also to not let the finances
Separate you.
separate you. Yeah.
No.
That it has nothing to do with your relationship.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, Mom, I appreciate you being brave with me
Yeah.
to do this.
Well,
And I know you appreciate it too. And, you know, we're just, it's just the first couple of days now. And we really do miss him. And we continue to love him a lot. And we will look forward to being reunited with him one of these
Someday,
days
yeah.
soon. But for us, life goes on.
yes, it does.
And, you know, Mom has raised a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not only her own family, but other people's families. And now under the bridge, she is mom to a whole lot of homeless people, people that smell, transvestites, you name it.
Yeah.
To come up and give her a hug, and she's mom to them. And that's kind of nice, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's a blessing. Yes. Well, thank you for joining me today. And now you can see why my mom is, why I'm her biggest fan. She's my hero. And I love working with her, and it's just her and I living together now. And so, but we're a good team. We've learned how to be a good team. And even though we miss my dad, we're excited for what the future holds for us. And I can do all things through Christ.
He strengthens me.
Who strengthens me, right? Exactly. Well, don't forget, you are blessed. So go and be a blessing.